Throughout history, the final words of famous individuals have offered profound insight into their lives, fears, and legacies. These moments, suspended between life and death, reveal the humanity behind the fame. Today, we explore the last words of 10 iconic American figures whose final utterances continue to echo through time. Prepare to uncover the intimate and often poignant parting words of these legends. 1. James Dean. James Dean stands as one of the most enduring icons of 1956 American culture, a symbol of youthful rebellion and raw emotion that captured the imagination of a generation. His rise to fame was meteoric, marked by a few unforgettable performances that established him as the quintessential troubled young man. Among these, his role in Rebel Without a Cause became legendary, embodying the angst and frustration of youth in post-war America. Dean's intense portrayal of characters wrestling with identity, belonging, and emotional turmoil resonated deeply, propelling him to superstardom in an era hungry for fresh, authentic voices. Yet, despite his rapid ascent, his life and career were destined to be brief, tragically cut short when he was just 24 years old. On September 30, 1955, James Dean's promising future came to an abrupt end in a devastating car accident. He was driving his Porsche 550 Spyder on a California highway, a sleek, fast machine that reflected his own daring and restlessness. The collision was fatal, and news of his sudden death sent shockwaves through the entertainment world and beyond. Dean was at the cusp of even greater stardom, with a bright career ahead, but fate had other plans. His untimely passing transformed him from a rising star into a cultural legend, a mythic figure whose life seemed forever frozen in a moment of youthful defiance and potential unfulfilled. Eyewitnesses who were near the accident site recalled his last words as chilling yet profound. "You never know when your time is up." This statement, brief but heavy with meaning, captures the essence of human fragility and the unpredictability that governs life. It serves as a stark reminder that the future is never guaranteed, no matter how vibrant or promising one's present may seem. Dean's awareness of life's precariousness echoes through those words, suggesting a recognition of mortality that is rare for someone so young. It is this paradox, the youthful spirit coupled with a somber understanding of death, that has helped cement his legacy as more than just an actor, but as a symbol of the fleeting nature of life itself. Beyond his film roles and public persona, James Dean's impact lies in how he embodied the contradictions of youth. His image, tousled hair, a leather jacket, and intense gaze, became shorthand for rebellion, yet his characters often revealed vulnerability and a deep search for meaning. This complexity contributed to his lasting appeal, allowing people to see in him their own struggles, fears, and aspirations. The tragedy of his sudden death only amplified this connection, making him a symbol not just of youthful rebellion, but of the poignant beauty found in a life lived passionately, even if briefly. In the decades since his passing, James Dean has been immortalized in countless tributes, biographies, and works of art, ensuring that his spirit endures. His story continues to inspire discussions about fame, youth, and the price of living on the edge. The words he spoke in his final moments remind us to cherish each day and to approach life with a fearless embrace, aware that time is fragile and unpredictable. Dean's legacy, forged in a brief blaze of intensity, invites us to reflect on our own lives and the ways we choose to confront the unknown. His haunting last words remain an eternal call to live fully, to defy expectations, and to acknowledge the delicate balance between vitality and mortality that defines the human experience. 2. Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn remains one of the most beloved and elegant figures in cinematic history, celebrated not only for her grace on screen, but also for her profound humanitarian work. Rising to fame in the 1950s and 1960s, she became an icon of style and charm, captivating audiences with unforgettable performances in films such as Breakfast at Tiffany's, Roman Holiday, and My Fair Lady. Her delicate beauty and poised demeanor made her the epitome of classic Hollywood glamour. However, behind this luminous public persona was a woman deeply committed to making a difference beyond the silver screen. As Audrey's career progressed, she gradually shifted her focus from acting to philanthropy, dedicating a significant portion of her life to humanitarian causes. Her work with UNICEF was particularly noteworthy, as she used her fame to raise awareness and funds to improve the lives of children affected by poverty, war, and disease around the world. Traveling extensively to some of the most impoverished regions, Audrey witnessed firsthand the suffering endured by countless children, an experience that shaped her worldview and deepened her empathy. Her tireless efforts helped shine a spotlight on issues often ignored, demonstrating how one person's compassion and commitment can inspire global change. In her final years, Audrey faced a difficult battle with cancer, yet her spirit remained remarkably resilient. Even as her health declined, she continued to embody the grace and kindness that had always defined her character. Those closest to her recount that her last words were a simple but powerful plea: love one another. These words, tender and profound, reflected the essence of her life's mission, a call to humanity to embrace kindness, understanding, and empathy in a world often marked by division and hardship. The phrase captures a universal truth, transcending language and culture, reminding us all of the enduring importance of love and compassion. Audrey Hepburn's legacy, therefore, is twofold. On one hand, she is remembered as a cinematic legend whose performances have inspired generations of actors and moviegoers alike. On the other, she is celebrated as a humanitarian whose work brought hope and relief to those in desperate need. Her life illustrates how true elegance encompasses not just physical appearance or talent, but also the capacity to care deeply for others and act selflessly. This dual legacy ensures that Audrey's impact will be felt far beyond the confines of Hollywood. Her final words serve as a lasting testament to the values she held dear throughout her life. They encourage reflection on the ways we relate to one another, urging us to look beyond superficial differences and to find common ground in love and mutual respect. In a world filled with challenges, Audrey's plea remains relevant and inspiring, encouraging people to choose kindness even in the most difficult circumstances. Her message gently reminds us that compassion is a force capable of healing wounds, bridging divides, and fostering peace. Audrey Hepburn's journey from film star to global humanitarian is a shining example of how fame can be wielded responsibly, using one's platform to elevate the voices of the vulnerable. Her final moments, marked by those heartfelt words, encapsulate a life lived with purpose and grace. They invite us all to consider the legacy we wish to leave behind and to recognize the profound difference that love and empathy can make. Her life and last words continue to inspire countless individuals to embrace kindness, making her memory not only a symbol of Hollywood's golden age, but also a beacon of humanity's potential for goodness. 3. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, the visionary co-founder of Apple Inc., forever altered the landscape of technology and communication, shaping the modern world in profound ways. His relentless pursuit of innovation and perfection propelled Apple from a small startup in a garage to a global powerhouse, revolutionizing personal computing, music, mobile devices, and digital media. Jobs' keen eye for design, combined with an intuitive understanding of user experience, produced iconic products like the Macintosh, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. These devices not only transformed industries, but also reshaped how people interact, communicate, and access information daily. Throughout his career, Jobs was known for his passionate intensity, unyielding standards, and visionary thinking that pushed the boundaries of what technology could achieve. Despite his immense professional success, Steve Jobs faced profound personal challenges, particularly in his battle with pancreatic cancer. Diagnosed in 2003, Jobs endured years of treatment and fluctuating health, but he remained deeply involved in Apple's creative direction. His approach to life and death reflected his complex personality, a blend of philosophical reflection, intense focus, and acceptance. Friends and family described him as contemplative during his final days, grappling with the reality of mortality while maintaining a sense of curiosity and awe about the unknown. Witnesses who were present during Jobs' final moments recalled that he repeatedly murmured the words, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow." These simple, enigmatic phrases have captivated those seeking to understand his state of mind as he crossed the threshold between life and death. Rather than fear or confusion, these utterances seem to express a profound sense of wonder and amazement, as if Jobs was encountering something beyond ordinary experience. In these moments, his renowned creativity and visionary spirit appeared to extend into his final breath, embodying a fascination with discovery even in the face of the ultimate unknown. These last words leave a lasting impression that invites reflection on the mysteries that lie beyond human understanding. They resonate with the curiosity that defined Jobs' life, mirroring the innovative mindset that consistently challenged accepted norms and ventured into uncharted territory. His final expression captures an essence of awe that transcends scientific explanation, evoking spiritual or metaphysical interpretations about the nature of existence and what may await after death. For someone who changed the world by reimagining the future, these words underscore the profound human experience of confronting the limits of life. Steve Jobs' life story illustrates not only the power of vision and determination, but also the humility and openness that come with facing mortality. His enduring legacy is not confined to the products he created or the company he built, but also extends to the inspiration he provides for innovation, creativity, and thoughtful reflection on life's deeper questions. His final moments, marked by those quiet, repetitive words, serve as a poignant reminder that even the greatest minds grapple with the mysteries of existence in their last hours. In contemplating Jobs' last utterances, we are reminded that death, like technology, remains a frontier filled with uncertainty and potential revelation. His journey from an ambitious entrepreneur to a contemplative individual at the edge of life highlights the complex interplay between human ingenuity and the natural limits we all face. Those words, "Oh wow," invite us to consider death not solely as an end, but as a moment of transformation, a passage into something beyond comprehension, much like the revolutionary changes Jobs brought into the world during his lifetime. Ultimately, Steve Jobs' final words leave us with a lasting impression of wonder and reverence. They encapsulate the spirit of a man who, until the very end, viewed life as a journey of discovery and embraced the unknown with both courage and curiosity. His legacy continues to inspire countless individuals to innovate, challenge boundaries, and appreciate the profound mystery that lies at the heart of the human experience. 4. James Brown. James Brown, widely celebrated as the godfather of soul, was a force of nature whose influence on music and culture remains unparalleled. For more than 5 decades, his electrifying performances, distinctive voice, and groundbreaking rhythms captivated audiences around the world, shaping the very fabric of American music. Brown's pioneering style laid the foundation for funk, soul, and later hip-hop, inspiring countless artists who followed in his footsteps. His stage presence was magnetic, commanding attention with a unique combination of raw energy, precision, and charisma. Beyond the stage, Brown was a symbol of resilience and determination, rising from a challenging childhood marked by poverty and hardship to become an international icon. His music carried messages of empowerment, pride, and social consciousness, resonating deeply during times of significant social change in America. Throughout his career, James Brown's dedication to his craft was unwavering. He constantly pushed the boundaries of performance and sound, influencing generations with hits such as "I Got You, I Feel Good," "Papa's Got a Brand New Bag," and "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud." These songs not only entertained but also gave voice to the struggles and triumphs of the African American community, helping to define the cultural identity of an era. Brown's influence extended far beyond music. His life story embodied themes of perseverance, self-expression, and the transformative power of art. Yet, despite his larger-than-life persona, there was a deeply personal side to Brown that few saw. A man who valued the bonds of family and connection above all else. When James Brown passed away in 2006, his death marked the end of an extraordinary chapter in music history. Reports indicate that he succumbed to complications from pneumonia, a condition that had weakened his health in his later years. As he faced the final moments of his life, Brown's last words were a simple but profound message. "Tell my family I love them." This brief declaration stands out in its sincerity and emotional depth, revealing the intimate priorities that persisted beneath the public image of a global superstar. In these final words, Brown expressed a universal truth that love and familial bonds endure beyond the spotlight and fame. It reminds us that no matter how famous or influential a person may become, the core of human experience remains rooted in relationships and affection. This heartfelt message sheds light on the importance of family in James Brown's life. Despite his demanding career and the challenges that accompanied his rise to fame, Brown consistently emphasized the value of his loved ones. His acknowledgement of them in his final moments highlights the enduring significance of personal connection. Amid a life filled with public accolades and artistic achievement, it is a poignant reminder that behind the persona of any celebrity lies a human being who cherishes the people closest to them. Brown's last words resonate deeply because they transcend the individual, touching on a shared human experience, the desire to be remembered and loved by those who matter most. Beyond their emotional weight, Brown's parting words also invite reflection on the nature of legacy. While his music and influence will be celebrated for generations, it is this intimate expression of love that humanizes his story, reminding us that true legacy encompasses not just public achievements, but also the bonds we cultivate in life. His words encourage us to look beyond fame and success and to value the relationships that sustain us. They challenge us to consider how we wish to be remembered, not just for what we accomplish, but for the love we give and receive. In many ways, James Brown's life and death epitomize the complex balance between public and private identity. His career was marked by a dazzling display of talent and innovation that transformed American music, yet his final moments reflected a simple, timeless truth. This contrast enhances the depth of his story, reminding us that beneath every larger-than-life figure is a person seeking connection and meaning. Brown's legacy endures, not only in the grooves of his records, but also in the warmth and sincerity of his last message, which continues to inspire and move those who reflect on his remarkable journey. Ultimately, James Brown's final words encapsulate a universal human sentiment, bridging the gap between celebrity and common humanity. They serve as a lasting testament to the power of love and family, anchoring his monumental achievements in a deeply personal context. His life's work will forever echo through the halls of music history, but it is this intimate declaration of affection that leaves the most enduring mark, reminding us all of what truly matters in the end. 5. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was an extraordinary talent whose powerful voice transcended generations and genres, leaving an indelible mark on the music world. Emerging as a prodigious singer in the 1980s, she quickly became one of the best-selling female artists of all time, blending pop and soul into a style that captivated audiences globally. Her vocal range, emotional depth, and dynamic performances earned her numerous accolades, including multiple Grammy Awards and countless chart-topping hits. Songs like I Will Always Love You, Greatest Love of All, and How Will I Know became anthems of love, resilience, and empowerment. Beyond her musical achievements, Whitney was a cultural icon, representing strength and beauty while inspiring millions with her artistry. However, behind the dazzling spotlight and commercial success lay a more complex personal story. Whitney Houston's life was fraught with challenges that often contrasted sharply with her public image. Raised in a family with a rich musical heritage, she experienced early exposure to both fame and its pressures. Her childhood was marked by turbulence, including struggles within her family environment. As her career soared, she faced increasing scrutiny from the media, dealing with the relentless expectations placed upon her as a young African-American woman in the entertainment industry. The intense public attention amplified the pressures she endured, complicating her journey toward personal happiness and stability. Throughout her adult life, Whitney battled with substance abuse and the strains of difficult relationships. These private struggles were well known by the public and frequently reported, sometimes overshadowing her artistic achievements. Despite her challenges, she remained committed to her craft, continuing to record and perform with passion. Yet the toll of these battles gradually affected her health and well-being. Her life story became a poignant example of the complexities that can lie beneath fame, illustrating how public triumph can coexist with private pain. In 2012, Whitney Houston's life came to a tragic and untimely end. She was found deceased in a hotel room, and the cause was attributed to accidental drowning, exacerbated by heart disease and cocaine use. The news sent shockwaves through the world, mourning the loss of a voice that had shaped the soundscape of a generation. Those close to her later shared memories of her final moments, including her last words, which poignantly expressed a longing for calm. "I just want to be at peace." These words, simple yet profound, offer a window into the emotional and mental state she faced in her final hours. They reveal a deep yearning for tranquility amid the storm of personal struggles that had defined much of her life outside the spotlight. Whitney's final utterance serves as a powerful reminder that beneath the surface of fame and glamour lies a shared human desire for peace and serenity. The phrase echoes a universal truth, that in the face of life's ultimate transition, many seek solace, relief, and acceptance. Her last words encapsulate the vulnerability and fragility of the human spirit, reminding us that no amount of external success can replace the need for inner harmony. It is a testament to the emotional battles that often remain unseen despite public visibility. Her legacy, therefore, is twofold. It is a celebration of artistic brilliance and a cautionary tale about the personal costs that can accompany fame. Whitney Houston's remarkable talent and contributions to music will forever be remembered and cherished. At the same time, her life story invites empathy and understanding for the complex challenges that can accompany extraordinary success. Her final words call attention to the importance of mental health, healing, and compassion, urging society to look beyond surface appearances and recognize the deeper struggles individuals may face. In reflecting on Whitney Houston's life and last moments, we are reminded of the delicate balance between public adoration and private pain. Her story encourages compassion and awareness, inspiring a more nuanced appreciation of the human condition. Through her timeless music and her poignant final plea for peace, Whitney continues to touch hearts worldwide, symbolizing both the heights of artistic achievement and the profound need for personal healing and peace. 6. John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, remains one of the most iconic and transformational figures in American history. His presidency, though tragically cut short, was marked by a blend of youthful vigor, visionary leadership, and a deep commitment to public service. Kennedy's charm and eloquence captured the hearts of the American people and the wider world, inspiring hope during a time fraught with Cold War tensions and domestic challenges. His tenure included pivotal moments such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, the push for civil rights, and the ambitious space program, all of which underscored his dedication to advancing the nation's ideals and global standing. On November 23, 1963, the nation and the world were shaken to their core when President Kennedy was assassinated while riding in a motorcade through Dallas, Texas. The shocking event unfolded in broad daylight, an act of violence that abruptly ended the life of a leader many saw as a symbol of progress and renewal. The tragedy left an indelible scar on the American consciousness, marking the loss not only of a president, but of a vision for a better future. The immediate aftermath was characterized by grief, confusion, and a profound sense of vulnerability as the country grappled with the sudden loss of its leader. In the moments following the shooting, as Kennedy struggled with his wounds, witnesses reported his last spoken words as, "No, you don't understand. I'm the president." These words, though uttered under extreme duress and pain, convey a powerful assertion of identity and responsibility. Even in the face of imminent death, Kennedy maintained the dignity and resolve of his office, reminding those around him and the nation of the gravity of this final declaration reflects the weight of leadership and the burden of public service, highlighting how deeply intertwined his sense of self was with his commitment to his country. Kennedy's last words encapsulate the tension between personal vulnerability and public duty. They reveal a man who, despite the chaos engulfing him, sought to communicate his authority and significance, perhaps as a final act of control in a moment when so much was slipping away. This insistence on being recognized as the president in such a critical instant underscores the profound connection between individual identity and the responsibilities entrusted to a leader. It is a stark reminder that behind every political figure lies a human being, grappling with fear, pain, and the urgent need to be acknowledged. The legacy of John F. Kennedy extends far beyond his tragic death. His vision for America, articulated through inspiring speeches and bold initiatives, continues to resonate with people around the world. Kennedy's emphasis on public service, innovation, and civil rights laid the groundwork for significant social and political transformations that followed. The ideals he championed, hope, progress, and the belief in the power of collective action, have become enduring pillars of American identity. His assassination, while a moment of darkness, also galvanized a nation to reflect on the values he represented and to strive toward the aspirations he embodied. In the years since his passing, Kennedy has been memorialized in countless ways, from the enduring words of his inaugural address to monuments that commemorate his life and service. His final moments, marked by those poignant last words, continue to humanize him, bridging the gap between the mythic figure and the man behind the presidency. They serve as a solemn testament to the challenges and sacrifices inherent in leadership, reminding us that the weight of a nation rests heavily on those chosen to guide it. John F. Kennedy's story is a powerful narrative of ambition, courage, and the fragility of life. His last utterance stands as a symbol of steadfastness in the face of unimaginable adversity. It encourages reflection on the nature of leadership and the enduring impact one individual can have on the course of history. As generations look back on his life and legacy, these final words offer a glimpse into the profound humanity of a president whose influence continues to inspire hope and drive progress around the world. 7. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, famously known as the King of Pop, was a transformative figure whose influence on music, dance, and popular culture was unmatched. From a young age, he exhibited extraordinary talent, beginning his career as a member of the Jackson 5 before launching a solo career that would break records and redefine the entertainment industry. His innovative music videos, signature dance moves, such as the moonwalk, and genre-blending albums like Thriller and Bad captivated millions worldwide. Jackson's artistry crossed cultural and geographic boundaries, making him a global icon whose legacy continues to resonate. Despite his immense success and adoration, Michael's life was complex, marked by struggles that contrasted sharply with his public persona. In the final days leading up to his death in 2009, Michael Jackson's health was a cause for concern among those closest to him. His battle was not just with physical ailments, but also with the pressures of maintaining his status and perfection in the relentless glare of the spotlight. His lifestyle, demanding schedules, and the pursuit of artistic excellence exacted a toll on his body and mind. Medical professionals involved in his care during this critical period have recounted the urgency and fragility of his condition, emphasizing the desperate efforts to stabilize him. In his final moments, Jackson's whispered plea, "Calm down, just breathe," captured a poignant scene of vulnerability and struggle. These simple words, filled with urgency, reflect the profound fight for life occurring behind the scenes of his otherwise spectacular and seemingly invincible career. The contrast between Michael Jackson's public image and his final moments underscores the hidden realities that can accompany fame on such a grand scale. Despite his status as a superstar, revered by millions and celebrated globally, he was ultimately human, subject to the same fears, fragilities, and mortality as anyone else. His final words reveal an intimate glimpse into the battle for survival that was taking place away from the cameras and the adoring crowds. This revelation humanizes a figure often mythologized, reminding the world that even icons face profound challenges when confronted with their own vulnerability. Jackson's death served as a somber moment of reflection for fans, the entertainment industry, and society at large. It exposed the often unseen pressures faced by celebrities who are expected to perform flawlessly while grappling with personal hardships. The circumstances surrounding his passing sparked discussions about the impact of fame, the demands of the music industry, and the importance of health and well-being. His passing reminded many that beneath the dazzling performances and extraordinary talents, there exists a fragile individual whose life can be affected by the weight of expectation and personal struggle. The legacy Michael Jackson left behind is monumental. He revolutionized the music industry, pioneered new standards for music videos and stage performances, and inspired countless artists who followed. His creative innovations and contributions to pop culture are undeniable, and his influence endures decades after his death. Yet, beyond his artistic achievements, his story serves as a cautionary tale about the human cost of fame and the importance of addressing mental and physical health. His final plea, "Calm down, just breathe," resonates as a universal message about the need for care, compassion, and understanding, reminding us all of the fragility that lies beneath even the brightest of stars. Ultimately, Michael Jackson's final moments encapsulate the tension between extraordinary talent and human vulnerability. His whispered words carry the weight of a life lived in the spotlight, a life marked by unparalleled success and profound personal challenges. Through his music and memory, Jackson continues to inspire and move people worldwide. But his last words urge a deeper recognition of the complexities behind fame. They invite reflection on the shared human experience of struggle and the universal hope for peace and breath amid life's most trying moments. 8. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, known worldwide as the King of Rock and Roll, was a cultural phenomenon whose impact on music and popular culture remains profound decades after his passing. Emerging from humble beginnings in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis rose to international stardom through his revolutionary blend of rhythm and blues, country, and gospel music. Songs like Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, and Jailhouse Rock became anthems of a new generation, breaking down racial barriers and reshaping the industry. Elvis's influence extended beyond music, affecting fashion, film, and attitudes, making him an enduring symbol of youthful rebellion and cultural change. Despite his extraordinary success and adulation, Elvis's life was complex and often tumultuous. The pressures of fame, rigorous touring schedules, and personal struggles weighed heavily on him. Behind the dazzling performances and public persona, he battled with health issues, dependency on prescription medications, and the challenges of maintaining his identity amid relentless public scrutiny. These difficulties foreshadowed a tragic decline, culminating in his untimely death at the age of 42 in 1977. In his final moments, Elvis reportedly uttered the words, "I'm going home." Though simple, this phrase carries a powerful emotional resonance. It reflects a profound longing for peace and rest after years of turmoil and relentless demands. The words convey a sense of acceptance and calm, as if Elvis was prepared to leave behind the chaos of his life and return to a place of comfort and tranquility. This quiet farewell humanizes the larger-than-life figure, revealing the vulnerability that often remains hidden beneath public fame. The phrase, "I'm going home," suggests more than a physical departure. It evokes a spiritual journey and a return to origins. It symbolizes a farewell to the exhausting world of celebrity and a desire for solace beyond the confines of earthly struggles. In this, Elvis's final words resonate with universal themes of mortality and the search for peace at life's end. They remind us that, regardless of fame or fortune, the need for rest and reconciliation is a deeply human experience shared by all. Elvis Presley's legacy endures not only through his groundbreaking contributions to music, but also through the timeless appeal of his persona. His charisma, voice, and style continue to inspire artists and fans around the world. The influence he exerted on popular culture is immeasurable, shaping the course of rock music and the entertainment industry. His story serves as both a testament to extraordinary talent and a cautionary tale about the costs of fame and the fragility of human life. In remembering Elvis's final words, we are invited to reflect on the complexities of his life and the enduring power of his music. His farewell encapsulates the quiet dignity of a man seeking peace after a life filled with brilliance and struggle. It is a poignant reminder of the human story behind the legend, emphasizing the universal desire for rest and homecoming. Through this lens, Elvis Presley's memory remains vibrant, bridging the past and present with music that continues to captivate and words that speak to the heart. 9. Bob Marley. Bob Marley, the legendary reggae musician, remains one of the most influential cultural figures of the 20th century. His music transcended borders and spoke to issues of social justice, unity, and resistance against oppression. Emerging from the streets of Jamaica, Marley's voice became a global symbol of hope and empowerment. blending rhythmic melodies with profound lyrics that challenge the status quo. His songs like One Love, No Woman, No Cry, and Redemption Song conveyed messages of peace, resilience, and spiritual awakening, resonating with listeners across diverse cultures and backgrounds. Marley's artistry went beyond entertainment. It was a vehicle for change, inspiring movements for civil rights and human dignity worldwide. Throughout his career, Marley used his platform to address the struggles faced by marginalized communities, advocating for equality and understanding. His Rastafarian beliefs influenced his worldview, emphasizing harmony with nature, spiritual consciousness, and a rejection of materialism. These themes permeated his music, reflecting a deep commitment to living authentically and encouraging others to do the same. Despite rising fame and commercial success, Marley remained grounded in his principles, always mindful of the greater purpose behind his artistry. His dedication to spreading a message of unity amidst division made him not only a musical icon, but also a cultural and spiritual leader. In 1981, Bob Marley's health began to deteriorate due to cancer, a battle he fought with quiet strength. Even as illness claimed his physical vitality, his spirit remained unyielding. In his final moments, Marley reportedly spoke the words, "Money can't buy life." This powerful statement encapsulates the core of his beliefs and serves as a poignant reminder of the limitations of wealth and material possessions in the face of mortality. It highlights an ultimate truth that transcends cultural and economic differences. No amount of money or status can grant more time or guarantee life itself. These last words offer profound insight into Marley's understanding of what truly matters. Throughout his life, he rejected superficial values and sought instead to connect with something deeper: humanity, spirituality, and collective well-being. His declaration stands as a stark contrast to the often materialistic nature of the entertainment industry, reaffirming his commitment to authenticity and purpose. In this way, Marley's final message continues to inspire reflection on the meaning of life and the importance of valuing what cannot be bought or sold. Bob Marley's legacy endures through his timeless music and the ideals he championed. His influence reaches far beyond the realm of reggae, impacting social and political movements and inspiring generations to pursue justice and peace. His final words serve as a lasting testament to his philosophy, urging us to look beyond material wealth and embrace the intangible riches of love, compassion, and unity. Marley's life and message remind us that true value lies not in possessions, but in the connections we forge and the legacy of consciousness we leave behind. In remembering Bob Marley, we honor a man who used his voice to challenge injustice and uplift the oppressed. His parting words resonate as a universal truth, a call to prioritize the essential elements of life that transcend money and power. Through his music and his final testament, Marley continues to encourage a more peaceful, equitable, and aware world, making his spirit a beacon of hope and resilience for all who seek meaning beyond the material. 10. Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin, often hailed as the Queen of Soul, possessed a voice that resonated with power, passion, and profound emotion. Her extraordinary talent transformed the musical landscape and established her as one of the most influential singers in history. Rising to prominence during the Civil Rights Movement, Franklin's music became synonymous with empowerment and resilience. Hits such as Respect, Natural Woman, and Think not only showcased her vocal brilliance, but also served as anthems for social change and personal strength. Throughout her career, she broke barriers, becoming a trailblazer for female artists and an icon of cultural significance. Her voice carried the weight of lived experience, blending gospel roots with soulful expression, touching listeners in a way few could. Beyond her remarkable musical achievements, Aretha Franklin's life was marked by grace and dignity in the face of adversity. She navigated the complexities of fame while remaining deeply connected to her community and her faith. Throughout the decades, she used her platform not only to entertain, but to inspire, uplift, and advocate for justice. Franklin's presence extended beyond the stage. She was a symbol of perseverance and authenticity, embodying the struggles and triumphs of generations. Despite the pressures and challenges that came with her status, she maintained a sense of humility and warmth that endeared her to fans worldwide. In 2018, after a long battle with health issues, Aretha Franklin passed away, leaving behind a legacy that transcends music. Those closest to her recalled her final moments with reverence, sharing that her last words were, "I am at peace." This simple yet profound statement encapsulates the essence of her journey, a life lived with strength, compassion, and grace. These words convey a sense of acceptance and tranquility, signaling the closing of a remarkable chapter filled with extraordinary accomplishments and deep personal meaning. They reflect not only the peace that comes with the end of life, but also the fulfillment of a purpose realized. Her last words offer a glimpse into the inner world of a woman who faced life's challenges with resilience and fortitude. They remind us that true peace is a culmination of a life well lived, marked by love, integrity, and dedication. Aretha's declaration of being at peace serves as an invitation to reflect on the values that guided her, a commitment to truth, artistic excellence, and human connection. It speaks to the universal desire for serenity as one's journey concludes, emphasizing the profound human need for closure and harmony. Aretha Franklin's enduring influence continues to inspire artists and audiences alike. Her music remains a testament to the power of voice as an instrument of change and healing. Through her artistry, she gave voice to the marginalized and celebrated the strength of the human spirit. Her final moments and words add a deeply personal layer to her public persona, revealing a woman who, despite her monumental fame, found solace in peace and acceptance. Remembering Aretha Franklin involves honoring both her immense contributions to culture and the quiet dignity with which she approached life and death. Her legacy is a shining example of how talent, character, and grace can intertwine to create a lasting impact. The Queen of Soul not only shaped the sound of a generation, but also demonstrated the power of living authentically and embracing peace at life's end. Through her voice and her final words, Aretha Franklin continues to touch hearts and inspire souls worldwide. The last words of these iconic Americans reveal the profound humanity behind their fame, a mixture of hope, love, acceptance, and sometimes mystery. They remind us that regardless of our achievements or struggles, the end of life is a moment of vulnerability and reflection. These parting phrases continue to inspire, challenge, and comfort those who remember these legends, leaving us with timeless lessons about life and legacy.